On July 1st, 1776, with the temperature soaring well into the 90s, Congress gathered to debate Richard Henry Lee's resolution for independence. They shut the doors to the press, and all the windows were closed. What happened inside? John Dickinson of Pennsylvania argued that independence was premature. He said the colonies shouldn't abandon the protection of Great Britain, and that doing so would be like destroying your house in winter and exposing your family to the cold. He argued that America hadn't gained France's support yet, and without it, victory was impossible. He spoke of the protection Britain provided from Native American tribes and pointed out that the British were blockading the colony's seaports, making it nearly impossible to trade with anyone. When Dickinson finished speaking, John Adams stood up to take the floor as a thunderstorm gathered over Philadelphia. As thunder and lightning boomed outside, John Adams thundered inside. Adams ripped into Dickinson's arguments, insisting that a Declaration of Independence would be America's salvation. The Declaration, he argued, would force Americans to decide whether to defend their liberty or settle for subordination and submit to British rule. After the debates, a trial vote was called. New York abstained, while Delaware was divided 1-1. Pennsylvania and South Carolina voted no, spurring a series of frantic overnight negotiations. Reluctantly, South Carolina changed their vote. The delegates from Pennsylvania were told that they no longer represented their state and were sent home. Delaware's third representative, Caesar Rodney, rode 80 miles on horseback through wind and rain in order to make it to Philadelphia by July 2nd and vote yes. The next morning, July 2nd, 12 of the 13 colonies voted for independence. New York abstained because the delegates hadn't received word on how to vote. That night, John Adams wrote in his diary, "The second day of July 1776 will be the most memorable epoch in American history. It will be celebrated in song and dance and drink. Most notably, we shall set off rockets every year hereafter on the second day of July from now until the end of our liberty." Finally, on July 4th, Congress approved the document. John Hancock, whose signature became famous, would be the first to sign it. He remarked that he wrote his name large enough that King George III could read it without glasses. Eventually, 56 delegates signed the document. The delegates who signed it knew they had committed treason, and as Ben Franklin, a supporter of the Declaration, said, "We must all hang together, or assuredly we will all hang separately." Copies of the document were sent to each of the 13 states. In New York, colonists pulled down a statue of George III and melted the pieces into bullets. In Worcester, Massachusetts, the reading was followed by cheers, firing of musketry and cannons, bonfires, and other celebrations of joy.